Hey guys, Five here with episode number 13 of the West Ham Career Mode on EAFC 24. Kicking today's episode off with a trip to Italy as we take on Bergamo Calcio, also known as Atalanta. Previous episode, we kind of talked about how attacking wise they're going to be dangerous. Well, to start off today's game, 2 minutes in, Tammy plays it across to Kudus, he plays it across to Jared Bowen, and it's put in the back of the net. With all that attacking kind of efficiency they have going forward, at the back, maybe they're not quite so good, and we can take advantage of that in this tie. Obviously, with the change of formation from us to the 4-2-3-1, with Paqueta moving back to sit next to Alvarez in the midfield and Bowen moving centrally to that cam position, it's been really, really nice. It's actually kind of taken some of the goals away from Tammy over the past few games since we've changed to it, but it's spread the goals out between Kudus, Bowen, Nonto quite nicely. Obviously with Kudus and Nonto both getting hat-tricks in the previous episode. But yeah, Tammy's kind of slowed down in terms of his goals, so hopefully he kind of returns to form, but you know, if he doesn't, it's fine because we have got the others scoring goals. That right there is like your average foot champs game, running and crossing it at the byline, a sweaty little goal. But the score's 1-1, and like we said, they're always going to be really dangerous on the attack, especially with the formation that they play. They play a very attacking 3-back formation, and they go and just flip the game on its head just before half-time. They make it 2-1, and the second half was now kind of a lot of pressure on us, because we didn't want the tie to run away from us. That was a real fear going into this one. Thankfully, we obviously have the attacking threat that we have, almost scoring with Kudus, almost getting right back into it, but didn't quite get it on target. It was quite far off the post, but here we have Tammy charging through, holding off Kolasinac, dinking it over his man, but it is saved on the line by the other defender. But from the resulting corner, it's played into Jared Bowen. Obviously, we haven't got the Ward-Prowse free kick specialist, set piece specialist that we had before, but Kudus, a lovely touch, composes himself brilliantly before putting it into the back of the net, and he has been on fine form since we've moved him back over to the right hand side. He's been scoring goals for fun, but he is actually there, the man that gives away the ball. He gives up responsibility of the ball to Atalanta, and there's a chance for them to get back in front in this game. I don't know why De Ketelaere has not taken a strike there, but a great save from Georgie denies them the chance and kind of keeps us in the game, really, because they were just non-stop attacking us. Most of our chances did come on us counter-attacking, because they obviously play the 3 at the back. We have a front 4, effectively we have a front 4 of Tammy, Kudus, Bowen and Nonto, so it was kind of, in some situations, it was a 4-on-3 in our advantage, and it just worked out perfectly, especially with Paqueta charging forward. We could get that extra man sometimes. As it is played across to Jared Bowen, 74 minutes into this game, we are back in front for the second time today. And it is that second time it is again Bowen putting us in front. And yeah, just like I said, the goal scoring has been much more spread out since we switched tactical systems and formations. So I'm happy about that. But coming into the final few minutes of this game, they are still coming at us. They just don't give up. They're not tired. Like, they just keep non-stop attacking us. Great save from Georgie in the final minutes of the game to keep the scores in our advantage at 3-2. And there's a real chance here because the keeper's come up. Jared Bowen could secure his hat-trick from the halfway line. He cuts inside. He shoots. It's going to get there, but is the keeper going to get to it first? And he just does, and it might have hit the post had the keeper not got to it. I'm not too sure, but imagine scoring the third goal to secure a hat-trick from the halfway line. Very close, but unfortunately didn't quite work out. Now, in the previous episode, Susek said that he would like to leave the club. You know, he's had a good run here at West Ham, but we accepted that he wanted to leave. We accepted he's not going to get much game time now that Paqueta's dropped deeper. PSG, of all teams, came in to try and get him, and we got 21.5 million for him, so a very tidy little deal, if I do say so myself. a nice chunk of money for a player that we're not going to use anymore. Now, coming into this one against Burnley, was coming off the back of the Atalanta game, and I actually didn't make any subs in that game, so everyone was knackered for this one against Burnley. Whipped him, so we thought Kudus was taken out as the cross went in by Vitinho, and we are going to win a penalty in this one. Ward-Prowse is going to step up against Muric. He is going to keep this keeper. The keeper's going to be stuck in the mud, should we say. 1-0 to West Ham. Thankfully, because we've rotated, and the players that couldn't get rotated are absolutely knackered. So going 1-0 up was important for us. We just got to try and hold on. Well, we did not hold on for very long, because Tresor plays the ball across to Obafemi. And just like that, Burnley are back in the game. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. A bit too simple, if you ask me. But Kudus plays it into Tammy. Tammy plays it across to Rooney Badji, inside to Ward-Prowse, back across to Bowen. He strikes, and somehow it finds the back of the net. That is another goal for Jared Bowen. Just before the half-an-hour mark, we are back in front in this game. How will I think you can guess what is going to happen next, because just 9 minutes later, Tresor has his shot blocked. Gazadag plays it to Vaz. Vaz gets past Rooney Badji, obviously the youngster. He's not too experienced, so we'll give him off there. But Moreno finds Obafemi, the goal scorer. He finds Gazadag. He finds Nathan Redmond, and the experienced Premier League winger brings him back onto level terms for the second time in today's game. Just before half-time, another chance is going to come our way. Jared Bowen on it. Jared Bowen scores again. That's 4 goals in 2 games for our English attacking midfielder. 3-2. We're back in front just before half-time. Can you guess what happens next? I think you can, because Mazengo on the counter-attack here plays it inside to Moreno. Moreno is going to charge past our whole midfield pretty easily. Out wide to the little 1-2 with Redmond. Inside to Gazadag. He finds Obafemi, the goal scorer. He finds the other goal scorer in Nathan Redmond, who goes and grabs his second of the game. 3-3 now. Later in the game, the more tired our players become, the more mistakes we make, the less chance of us getting back into this game. We clear it, or so we thought, because Masego puts it in at the near post. 4-3 to Burnley. Yeah, it's not looking good. We are struggling in this one. And just when you think things can't get any worse, Redmond plays it to the back post. Gallardo takes it down. First shot blocked. Second shot into the exact same place. These near post shots are very OP from the AI. I will say that. Very, very, very hard to defend against. Antonio should be doing better there. Should be scoring. Thankfully, he's not here next season. But it falls to Benrahma. He finds Antonio. Antonio finds Rooney Badji, and that is going to be the first Premier League goal for the youngster. Unfortunately, it comes in a 5-4 defeat midweek, and this is actually going to be our first defeat in the Premier League in the new year. Since the 6-3 defeat to Burnley, we haven't lost a game in the Premier League. Obviously, we lost the 3-2 in the FA Cup. We haven't lost a league game, so I'm happy with the run. I'm disappointed that it ended to Burnley. I can understand why, because the team were absolutely shattered. And then obviously because I played some players in that game, thankfully we had a little break between the Burnley game and this game here, where they could rest and recover. So yeah, that was good. 4 minutes into this one, at the London Stadium, just try and get an early goal and try and stay in this one, and that is exactly what happens. 5 minutes in, it seems like it's the first time in forever, Tammy Abraham scores a goal in the Europa League. He puts us 1-0 to the good. That is now 4-2 on aggregate, and that should be us going through to the next round. But some poor passing out from the back. You can see I've put Navas in goal because Georgie conceded 5 to Burnley. I can't be playing him in a vital European game after he's just conceded 5 goals to Burnley. So, with all due respect, We just gotta firm it. You know, don't concede 5 goals to Burnley and you'll play. We did concede, but thankfully Kudus at the near post makes it 2-1. We now regain that 2-goal advantage. That safety blanket, you could say, going into the second half of this game. But Paslach plays it short on the corner to Lookman. Great block from Willy Gnonto. Forces the throw-in. But from that, they find Koopmeiners. Tielemans out wide. Plays inside to Paslach, the former Chelsea man. Into Lookman, the former Everton man, the former Fulham man. Puts it into the back of the net. On the night, it is 2-2. On aggregate, it is 5-4 into the final few seconds of the tie. You know, it's past the 92nd minute. The referee should be blowing his whistle. We dive in. We miss the tackle. And Miranchuk finds the back of the net. Forcing extra time. 5-5 on the aggregate scoreline. 3-2 on the night. It's going to be another defeat. Like in terms of 90 minutes. It's another defeat. This year, so back-to-back defeats for the first time since the Arsenal and Brighton games. Extra time went really quickly. It was very boring. We go straight into penalties. A penalty shootout. They missed their first. Tammy went up, scored. Bowen missed. Darun missed. Paqueta steps up. He misses. Scamacca, former player of West Ham, he scores. Bowen steps up, scores. I thought Bowen already took one. Anyway, Navas saves. It's all on the shoulders of the Italian. Willy Gnonto against his fellow native country team, whatever. He scores, and we progress through to the next round of the Europa League. And the team we play will be revealed in the next episode. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, please like, subscribe, and peace.